Eric, Lara, first of all, thank you so very much for joining me and for having me at your beautiful, well, it's part of your home, so thank you.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Palm Beach.
Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you. Oh my gosh, I could do this weekly. It's incredible. I wanted to start by asking you, Eric, what it's like to be married to one of the most powerful women in America right now.
Good question.
That is a good question. You know, she's never ceased to amaze me. Unbelievable mom, unbelievable wife. Went in, unbelievable TV career, and then went into the RNC, which is, really the Republican Party, and just totally dismantled it and really brought it back to life in an amazing way. I mean, went into an apparatus that was old and kind of established, and went in and raised more money than they've ever seen before, and put a beautiful kind of face to it. And believe me, underneath this beautiful smile, there's a killer in there, and she can do it with grace and poise. And I don't think there's any better spokesperson for the party. I don't think there's any better spokesperson for our family. And she's an amazing mom, amazing wife.
Thanks, honey.
Very tough, but just an incredible person.
That's so nice.
This might be hard to answer, but out of the two of you, who do you think is more important to your father's chances of winning office again?
That is, that's a good question.
Well, listen, she has to raise $1 billion, right? And she's well on her way.
Right.
And she has to focus on election integrity, and I don't think there's anything more important in the world than election integrity. So, no, he loves her. He adores her. He always says, I just need 100 more Lauras on TV. If I have 100 more Lauras on TV, he'll tell senators, watch her. Watch. I want you to learn from her. That's how you do it. That's how the party's represented. But no, she's, arguably, I think maybe the most important female in Republican politics right now. And so it's
That's shocking.
It's big shoulders to, big shoulders. It's great.
How does that sit with you, or how does it feel to hear your husband describe you like that?
Well, it's very nice. It's very humbling. I mean, Aaron, I never expected any of this. I come from very average background in America. I grew up, I think, like most Americans grew up. I come from a middle-class family. My parents were small business owners. And I can assure you I never expected to have the last name Trump, let alone to get as involved as I have in American politics, and now to be co-chair of the RNC. And then, of course, to have the weight of representing this incredible family, and a family that truly, were they anything less than worthy, I never would have in 2016 come out and campaign for my father-in-law the way that I did. And that's really why I started. So I'm humbled, I'm honored, and he's a smart guy, because he knows who sleeps next to him at night and who cooks him nice meals sometimes too.
You.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get into more substantial questions in just a second, but when I first spoke to you, I asked you how you met Eric and what attracted you to him initially, and she said your height.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd love to know what your first impression of her was.
Tall, beautiful. I love the fact that she's from the South. There's great warmth in the United States. Might not translate over to Australia, but there's a great warmth to this kind of the Southerners in the United States. They're nice, very kind of homey, and she was beautiful, and she had everything going for her. She really did. She had an amazing career. She was so many different personalities. She could be so many different people. She had a great culinary career. She had a great kind of media career that she was working on. Then obviously all of a sudden she gets thrown into politics and does an unbelievable job and wins North Carolina, which was her home state for my father in 2016, and becomes such a great spokesperson, and obviously takes on this major role. And everything she's ever done, she's succeeded in, and succeeded in a very big way. And so maybe I saw a little glimpse of that very long time ago, 2008. It's kind of hard to believe.
Oh, look at you with your dates. That's pretty good.
That's got to win me some kind of
We'll
point.
take
right?
that.
At least I got the year right.
And for me, it was the height. So that was a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
The only thing you can't control is the height. You make the point about maybe you saw a hint of what was to come. When you spoke at the convention so brilliantly, you spoke about the fact that Donald Trump believed in you before you believed in yourself. What was it like to have someone like him endorse you in that way?
Oh, I mean, it's unbelievable, to have someone with the elevated status of Donald Trump, this is one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. He's so smart. He's so great at so many different things and in so many different aspects of his life. This is a businessman. This is a media mogul, a politician, although he hates the term politician whenever you talk to him about it. To know that he believed in me to do things like initially I talked about in my RNC speech, to win my home state of North Carolina for him. you know, to me, I was just this kind of, you know, Southern girl who lost my way, found my way to New York. And here was this man who not only was so powerful and so many people obviously knew his name, but to me also my father-in-law. And it sort of ups the ante a little bit, I think, whenever it's family. And when this is a person who you have immense respect for and love, and to know that someone who could have chosen anyone in the world to do a job chose me to do it and believed in me enough to say, you know, go do it. I know you can do this. There's no better encouragement, and there's nothing more powerful to have behind you than that endorsement and that strength. And so I can tell you every word of it I said in my speech I meant. There have been so many times in my life where I needed just a little extra, and it's amazing how he always kind of has shown up at those times. He may not even know it. Phone calls to me, moments he's kind of stopped by our house when he probably will never know how much it meant to me. And obviously to put me in this role and give me the opportunity that I've had here at the RNC, incredible and above and beyond anything I could have ever dreamt.